In a middle school full of bullies, insane teachers, and gross school lunches. Ned Bigby, that's me, and my two best friends try to do the impossible. Create a guide that will help you survive school.
Coming up, looking out, I'll survive, no doubt. Never fear, bring it on, break it down, what's in my way?
Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Your results may vary.
Hello and welcome to the second episode of the fourth season of the CHS Pulse. My name is David Kirsch.
And I'm Jacqueline Eng.
I hope everyone enjoyed their 4-day weekends for the Teachers Convention. It'll be very interesting to see the new methods the teachers learned in Atlantic City.
Yeah, teachers will apply the innovative techniques learned there in the classroom. One class that I take especially innovative is AP Economics. Mr. Kimmick was brought in last year to start the course, having already taught in states across the country. His experience has made the class a runaway success.
Rock, 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 roll high school.
This is the first year that the AP Economics course will be offered to CHS students. As taught by Mr. Kimmick, the class provides high schoolers with both the opportunity to learn how the economy functions, as well as how to succeed within it.
I'm so glad that I started taking economics because I know it's a class that has so much importance later in life, and I'm going to be using the skills that I learn in the classroom in any aspect of any job that I will do after college.
There's a push to make financial literacy a part of the graduation requirement. Look at the state of our economy today. The average American doesn't understand the difference between an asset and a liability. Our elected officials don't understand that you cannot spend more than you bring in. We're $17 trillion in debt. Most people are financing their homes, their cars, their college education, their vacations, but if you ask them what does it mean to finance, they don't know. And they can't tell you what affects the rate of finance. So I think it's important that we teach young people earlier rather than later what you do with your money and why you do it with your money.
Mr. Kimmick's an amazing teacher because you can tell that he obviously knows so much about the topic and he loves what he does. He's like energetic and he always has really great examples and really good anecdotes for what he's saying.
I really like economics because it's a really interactive class and the students often take part in the lessons. And it's not like just taking notes from a PowerPoint, it's often like participating in like an event or doing something that'll help you learn.
I love it. I think the students love it. There's a great demand for it. I was shocked and yet so pleased when I saw that there was 5 full sections, 111 students, and I still have 111 students, and you can see that the light bulb's starting to go off with each student. They're starting to see it, they're starting to get it, and I think it's going to continue to be very popular year after year, and my goal is next year I don't want 111, I want 125. I want it to the point where I need 2 teachers, myself and someone else. I want the biggest in the state, and I want the best in the state. I've done it once in a different state, and I'll do it here.
Mr. Kimmick has really impacted the school with his vast knowledge and teaching abilities.
Senior Olivia Perlmutter has also made a huge impact on CHS through her club Teens Connecting with Teens.
Olivia originally started the club freshman year as a way for her sister to stay in contact with her friends from Chatham Middle School. Now, the club allows ECLC students and CHS students to spend time together during organized teen nights on a regular basis. Let's take a look.
Chatham High School senior Olivia Perlmutter started Teens Connecting with Teens as a way to spend time with her sister, but since the club's inception, it has become much more than she'd ever imagined.
I loved from the beginning her tenacity and her dedication to the cause.
My sister's really nice. She always is right there beside me. She knows everything.
I know that constantly when we meet, she's someone I can constantly rely on to always be there and do the legwork that she says she's going to do.
She's just something.
So I started the club my freshman year of high school, and I started it because I have a twin sister with Down syndrome who used to be enrolled in the public schools, and she always misses out on doing those kind of like high school activities.
So I met Olivia during preseason, her freshman year, which was 4 years ago. That was my first year as a freshman soccer coach.
And at first, like the first couple of teen nights weren't that smooth. We didn't really know what the goal of the club was going to be or like how to expand it. But over the years, we've gotten like twice as many members, maybe even more. People are really interacting at teen nights, and people have made like great friendships with these kids at ECLC.
It's a lot of fun because it's like my favorite thing to do. It's like everybody's like just super excited.
There's been many moments at ECLC while I'm there that really makes me reflect and realize again and again why it's so important for our students and also for the students at ECLC. One thing I'll never forget in working with the students at ECLC is I remember this student, first time he was there was last year. He showed up again, first day yesterday, he was one of the first ones there last night. And when he showed up, he had a real hard time wanting to talk to anyone. I was talking to him and I was trying to figure out something that we had in common. I saw that he had a NASCAR shirt on, so we started talking about NASCAR. And it was just so eye-opening to me, again, after 10 minutes of talking to him, how he started to make eye contact with me and started to joke. It was wonderful. It really made me see the big picture of how our students at Chatham, when they go there, are constantly trying to figure out how to connect with students.
So me and Grace are the same age, so that's been kind of difficult for us just because I've been getting my license, applying to college now, and she hasn't really done those things. So I think it can be kind of hard at times, but we're pretty close. And I think Teen Night has actually made us closer because it's that one time in like when we both have the same event. It's both like a high school event, and I know she really likes it and so do her friends. So I think like that's brought us a lot closer.
She actually loves me and I love her.
Wow, it was really cool seeing how much the club has grown. You know what else has grown?
My facial hair. It's Movember, and many CHS students and teachers are growing out their stashes and beards. Let's see how our school feels about a little grizzle.
I got questions all in my mind. Never less than dope. An answer I need right now. Somebody tell me.
What is your favorite type of facial hair?
Kind of facial hair?
I'd have to say mutton chops.
What's your favorite kind of facial hair?
Definitely the Fu Manchu.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
A half beard.
My favorite type of facial hair is the chin strap.
My favorite type of facial hair is a goatee or a mustache.
What's your favorite kind of facial hair?
A full-out beard.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
That would be the handlebar mustache.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
Probably eyebrows.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
The full body pelt.
Yeah, I know, it's great. Definitely a mustache. You can see him right there, see that?
My favorite type of facial hair is a unibrow.
I'm gonna go with the chin strap.
A beard. Probably like Gandalf or Dumbledore facial hair.
Eyelashes.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
I'm an aficionado of the handlebar mustache. It's quite classic. Yeah.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
The Zac Efron, like a little bit of scruff. That's always a good
sideburns.
What's your favorite type of facial hair?
A big ol' soul patch.
Mine.
Though we all had a good laugh, Movember is actually based on a quite serious issue. Growing facial hair is a sign of awareness for men's health issues. If you want to find more about Movember or donate to the cause, go to us.movember.com.
Yes, and definitely join in on growing out your facial hair. In other news, the marching band is coming to the end of an extremely successful season thanks to Mr. Conti. Let's take a look.
Mr. C comes to work every day. He works hard, you know, he really tries to help everybody get better, and he's always willing to make a sacrifice out of his life for you.
Mr. Conti, he's helped me improve as a musician from my years in a band. Back when I started in 8th grade, I used to just, you know, hit things with sticks. Now, I hit things with sticks a lot better.
I started working back in 1992 for Chatham High School. I saw the job posted. I was currently working at Butler High School and Butler Middle School, and I came in for an interview and I found out that I was accepted to take the position of band director, and I've been here for 24 years. I guess my early influences was my father. My dad was a musician, he played in a lot of bands, and his band at the time would always rehearse at our school. And one day, I guess I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I went up and I was looking at his saxophones. I tried to blow into it, and I cracked the reed. And he came home and said, "Who was playing with my saxophones?" And I said, "Well, I wanted to see if I can get a sound out of it." He goes, "Well, if you want to play the saxophones, I'll get you private lessons." Probably the one thing that always comes back to me is the first year we entered the NBA, National Band Association Festival, and we had gone to perform, and we didn't go on to like 3rd or 4th, and one of the students after the 2nd or 3rd band turned around to me and she said, "What are we doing here?" I was like, "What do you mean, what are we doing here?" She goes, "Have you heard the bands that have gone on so far?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, they're really good." I said, "Wait till after our performance and then you can ask me that question again." So sure enough, afterwards, we had gotten into the semifinals, and I said, "That's why we're here, because we have a very, very good program." I said, "We belong here," and making finals for the first time, even entering this particular festival, was really, really gratifying because, number one, the students had no idea what it was about. Number two, they didn't think they belonged there, and then at the end, they were one of the top 3 bands in the state to perform that particular year.
Thanks to Mr. Conti, the CHS Marching Band has done extremely well in all of its competitions this year, and it's always a pleasure to watch during the halftimes of our varsity football games.
Well, that's all for tonight's episode. Keep the love alive.